it's an all-inclusive conversation that will see to that problem being solved. So that tax element and stuff will also be tackled. We are not leaving it like that. We get there before you get it. So else the meaning and the essence of this will be missing.
Okay.
Yes.
Frankie, thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, Frankie Fife is the Deputy CEO of the Creative Arts Agency. We just have a wonderful conversation with him with respect to Play It Right. An article written on myjoyonline.com by Kwame Dazi. Kwame Dazi himself is over here. I think he's explained virtually all the moving parts around it. I'm interested. I was, in fact, interested in only one bit of it. I mean, the Creative Arts Agency and what they are doing for creatives with respect to the tax that we had.
Yeah.
I know see you see that tax.
I know see.
You know, but we had an alert tax in the system, the 10% that was about to be slapped on creatives, and I think he made it known on the call that the Creative Arts Agency are doing their best to have a conversation with Finance Ministry to see ways and means of letting people enjoy some tax rebates, especially the creatives. How excited are you about that?
Oh, we should be excited. We all know that it's our duty as people of this country to pay taxes. But when you are in an industry which is now struggling to find its feet like this, you need to take it easy on people who ply their trade in this industry. So that's in the right direction. But before I even proceed, I think we should welcome our brother Adam back to life.
I beg today, no heckling.
Adam, who nearly lost his life.
But what happened, Adam?
Why are you sweating like this?
What happened? My brother, welcome. Everything cool? Your microphone is off.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I wasn't too well, but thanks be to God, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask further questions?
No.
What caused the sickness?
We're talking about taxes. Now you are...
At all. Taxes?
Yes.
Kwame Dazi.
Continue with your
taxes.
Kwame Dazi.
Okay.
Can we move to Play It Right?
Okay.
Okay, so your thoughts on Play It Right?
The industry can develop if we pay attention to three things: investment, infrastructure, and education. Creative Arts Agency is doing something right. They are doing it right in this direction, as in helping to educate people in the industry. And when it comes to copyright issues, I always say that it's the fundamental thing that every creative in this industry must know, even before you fully get into your trade. You need to know the laws that govern your intellectual property. And then now, you need to read about it, understand how it operates. So never you will be when you get in there. So if the agency is doing its best to make sure that it trains and educates people in the space, so we have publishers, people who would have the expertise to publish, works of our musicians here, so they become more or less like the intermediaries between our artists right here and the various international rights organizations. Then I think it's a good idea, and we need to make sure this happens. Somebody may ask, why this time of the year? Because it's been how many years we've been expecting some of these things to happen. But if you remember, I think this started last year when the French embassy had meetings with the Creative Arts Agency and creatives in this industry. I remember some of us even went to some of the meetings or engagements. I went about, I think, once. They held a number of them, a number of engagements with the French embassy to make sure that we solidify our copyright and intellectual property space in this industry. So it's a good thing. But my worry is, as we're doing all these things, having partnerships, collaborations with the French embassy and other international organizations, Creative Arts Agency doing this, what have they done about GAMRO and its issues? Because before we go out there to expand, you see, Gamro is our only CMO,
Yeah.
collective management organization for musicians.
Yeah.
And that's the reason most people have been complaining about, oh, Gamro is not working, but they can't create or have another CMO. Because per the law, Gamro is the only one that is mandated to take royalties on behalf of musicians in this country. Now they have issues, even how to collect royalties, how to equitably distribute royalties is an issue in this country.
But do they have their license to operate?
Hold on, last year, we heard the news that the Attorney General had withheld their license.
Revoked.
They said we shouldn't use revoke. He said we should use withheld.
Withheld. Okay.
Their license. Which means that
But what's the difference between withheld and revoked?
revoke means
Not so over, man.
But
the thing, you are not even allowed to be on the playing field. So how do you
no,
get
that
there?
revoke is as in it's been taken away from you forever.
So it's not forever.
Withheld means you were not doing certain things right, and so they are doing chain kakra.
They put you on pause.
On pause. Pause. That's the way. So when we see that you are now of good behavior and everything is right, we give you your license back. So I've been asking, the issue of Gamro has been on for how many years? Since the days of Kosga till now. I know maybe the people there are struggling and doing their best to make sure that things work, but they might have challenges. And what is the Creative Arts Agency doing in this regard? Are they maybe making plans of serving as a link between Gamro and the Attorney General, seeing ways of giving them their license and making sure that they go by the tenets of the law, how to operate as a CMO, do it right, so our musicians will also have their due. Because if you ask these musicians how they even get royalties, you dare somebody say I get 200 Ghana cedis. You dare somebody say me I not get the money some. And most times when they make the noise, that is when they get the royalties.
Yes.
So it is after the noise has been made, then you hear, oh, even that musician is not a member of Gamro. So then they call him to come to the office. He registers now. He gets a lump sum of money, and the artist never comes back to tell us the money they got. It's happened recently. I remember when Kwakese came out to make noise about it, that he hadn't received any money from Gamro. And then some of us
said the same
we trumpeted it. Yeah, this now Kwakese was called to Gamro office. They spoke with him. He registered. He got some money. He never told us about the money that he got. He kept quiet, and he's been quiet up till now. So I believe that Gamro is the only CMO that we have in this country. And every musician in Ghana needs to be part of it. But they have challenges, things that are preventing them from doing the right things. And as of now, it's becoming even more difficult for them because their license has been put on hold. And if the creative agency is doing copyright stuff,
I think the best place to have started would have been Gamro.
Maybe.
And then,
but somebody might also say that you can still chew gum and walk. You don't need to stop working as you chew gum. So, but because I believe that if they really have copyright issues at heart and they are having collaborations with French embassy and all that, we need to start something from home, and that is Gamro. Gamro isn't in good shape as of now, and we all know we can't behave as ostriches, even from their elections to whatever post-elections, plenty problems up till now. So I believe that this is a good initiative, and there is a date set for July 14 when they are going to have the engagement with the creatives, the Jumbo Spaces. I am hoping that creatives in this industry, musicians will attend this particular.
I have a message from Frankie 5, and Frankie is saying Gamro is the focal point, right?
Okay.
And in this exercise, that is what they are looking at. As the message says, when we professionalize the space, the next step is to set up the structure so that people who have these skills in the space can now be handling or giving consultancy services to elevate Gamro's operation and strengthen its output to be financially viable. Yes, to them, they've started the process. I mean, he also goes on to say that they are in close dialogue with the Attorney General's department to see to the end of this matter. Whilst at that, people need to also know how to protect their works and rights. So it's
sounds good.
The English word is multifaceted.
I get it.
Yes.
So what they're doing now is a means. It's a means to an end.
No, they are killing 2 stones with 1 bird.
Look at you. two stones with one bed. Okay, Frankie, that sounds good. And I just pray that you're able to do this within the period that is left for you till the end of your tenure. We don't know if you'll be re-elected. You don't know if your government is coming, or you don't know. But we just praying that within the period from now to December, the agency will be able to achieve all the things that you want to achieve with a copyright initiative. I think it's a good idea.
Very
good idea.
Brilliant
and come
idea.
July 14, creatives, music right owners should go to the Jumbo Spaces, attend this event and learn. Most times when you have events like this, it's the journalists who go there to go and learn.
Creatives Nangasanko.
The people who write the songs, who compose the songs, you will not find them. They are not there to come and learn. Then
so this is on music publishing.
Yes.
Music publishing. So all artists, whether upcoming, whether mainstream, come and learn some. And learn some.
So that when you go and sign that deal, we'll be
yes. Let me head straight to my brother Adam.
Chairman.
Adam Smith. Hey, Adam,
please.
Let me put his microphone off.
Please.
Settings Association.
His microphone is off. His microphone is off. Adam.
Charlie, this guy no one give me good luck. What is that?
Adam, do you want me to put on his microphone?
No, please.
Okay, so it's off. Speak to me.
The only difference is the complexion. I say we need kala na dum kakra. Almost a papa in stature, physique, in deeds. Adam Smith.
Hi.
Yanko, talk to me, my brother. Play it right.
I think that, but before I start, I would like to say happy birthday to Sarkodie. May God continue to bless his path. Yeah. So may he continue to rise and rise. We know he'll continue to represent us wherever he goes. So big up to the king himself.
King Sack.
Yeah. I think there's a good initiative by the Creative Art Agency. That's what we've been expecting of them. I think they have been sleeping for a while, honestly speaking. And these are some of the things they should be doing. They started some time ago with some master classes, but I think the fire was doused. And I've seen a lot of vivacity when recently we had a reappointment or reaffirmation of our brother, Frankie Fife, because I've known him to be somebody with a lot of enigma, and when it comes to getting it done, he knows how to go about it. And I'm really happy that the Creative Art Agency is getting up from its sleep to be doing what is expected of them. Because the reason for putting up that agency is to correct the wrongs in the creative space. So if that agency, which is to correct the wrong, becomes a wrong, then, I mean, you're buy. So I think that it is a good exercise, and I want them to do a lot of stakeholder engagement, because putting up the program, it's a different thing. And getting the stakeholder engagement so that those who the thing is made for come there is also very important. And I know Frankie will put in the right measures to ensure that they reach out to the real stakeholders to come and get that impartation, so that it will go a long way to change the way they do things. Because, you know, our parts of the world, copyright issues, publishing. Some artists who even think that the fact that they are with Gamo and other things, some publishing, there's no need for other publishing among other things. And in terms of knowledge in that area, it is really limited. So events like this will help build capacity of the players in the space. And at the end of the day, if we get to understand, this is where we will think, we will not be there and saying, oh, and you because you know that there are some places where the monies will come. They will build up, but when you are the right places, the monies will come. Because I know some of these artists here, some artists who are taking big money from publishing, which is very good because they get their songs being synchronized into other things. They get their song used for other things, and they get paid for that. So if you get the opportunity to understand how publishing works, I think as an artist, you need to take full advantage of that. So I will urge all the artists, because if they organize
it's
a program...
It's a great call. It's a great call. I know some artists in this country, they had some big international collaboration.
Wow.
Yeah, and because they did not have their publishing agencies right, now collaboration. They had to register some people at some odd hours, and they had to get some big people at some top level to get it done in the last minute in order for the song to even be released. So it's a great thing.
Yeah, so I will urge all the artists, upcoming, established artists, those in the artist circles,
the managers,
please, take advantage of them. Because if they organize a thing for you and you don't go, where do they get the energy to organize again? So please, kindly take advantage of that. We all talk about having an industry, systems. These are parts of building the systems. Yeah. So you really need to be there. Be there and understand how it works. The other time I was at the France Ambassador's residence, and when SASEM came, I really was interested in signing up for that. It's something that we need to take serious as an industry. So big ups to the Creative Art Agency. This is what we've been expecting from them over the years, but better late than never.
But well, like you ended on this note, that better late than never. Yes, my only worry is continuity, and it has always not just been a problem of creative arts agencies. It's been a Ghana problem. Looking at the year. The political year, you understand that on the 7th of December, we are all heading to the polls, of which prior to that, a couple of months to that, there will be so many government so many government agencies will be on the store a little bit to find out if the political terrain is going to change or will have the same temperature after the polls. But I'm of the view that, as much as we need to have people in the creative space being educated and all that, we should also be mindful of the times that we are in. Even if we are starting this process to with the Attorney General to see to the end of the Gamro issue, how long would that take? That is point number one. Point number two, would the next government be interested in how Gamro is handling their issue or was handling their issues, and would they want to go by the old ways or the new ways? So at some point in time, you might feel it might be just a political gimmick. From where I'm sitting, because Charlie, we are in July right now, right? Yeah, July, August, September,
October,
November. Forget.
December
and November safe no be part. Yeah, because November we are hitting up to, because remember the election is on the 7th. That is within the first week.
So
mind you, there's also a holiday before that. That is the first Friday. Yeah. That's the Farmers' Day. Yeah. You understand? So there's very little time for some of these things that they are saying to materialize.
To shape up.
So sometimes wearing my lens as a Ghanaian, and as a Ghanaian who's been through some of these political gimmicks
for
before
about 60 years.
Yes, I would, as much as I believe it's a good step and I would want to say better late than never. I also question your timing a little bit because
Shine your eyes.
yes, because you've been around in power for this agency was created when.
I mean, that was the last.
Officially, when the act was
But it's been.
it was a council.
Yeah,
The council was there. The
It
last,
was a council without legal backing. It was,
Yes,
it
but it
was
was
an
doing
interim something.
Yes.
When Mark
He's talking about the
was headed.
agency.
No problem. Whether agency or
It started
council.
from a council to agency is
He's
like
talking
a
about
continuation.
no
problem.
agency that been a buy.
Okay, agency
It
na
was
been
the
a bad.
acts that operationalized or
Yes.
more or
But the
less.
council too had a role to play.
I'm
And they
saying that
played
he's
those
asking
roles.
you about the agency when they did
Okay,
come.
so
But you can't talk about the agency without talking about the council because the
the-
council
But
gave birth
technically,
to the
I
agency.
understand you. But when it came at that time,
So if you are talking about the agency, you cannot take away because you cannot build
because
on nothing.
it started
You can't-
from the council and then
it's
officially operated-
metamorphosed to the
Yes.
agency. So
But what I'm saying is that practically and technically, during the time of the council, it was termed as a temporary structure to help put together the industry. So, in the sense
they
of the
also
word,
organized
in
it.
the
It wasn't
sense
backed
of
by-
the word,
it wasn't backed by law.
by anything.
No,
And it's
but-
that was when the Enoch Japons and the other people were calling it illegal. Then,
Okay, so
no, they
If-
had their own
so
template.
so today, if we are going back to history or into history to talk about when we had a creative art agency, we will not go back to the days of creative arts council. We'll go back to the days when the act made it possible for us to have the agency.
how long has that been?
4 years.
4 years. Great. So within 4 years, I think the Cameroon issue has been there since the days
Since
of,
I was born.
Since the days of Adam.
1980.
Yes. And Frankie.
I'm not saying I was born in 1980, please. I'm just giving a fake date. I'm because I need too much.
And if Frankie is saying that the Gamro is the focal point of this
And
issue,
and the dusty.
Kwame, I beg, I'm on the floor. You people say yesterday. You people were saying that I should also feel free to join in the discussion because sometimes I want to sit on the fence.
We're having a discussion.
I want to sit on the
There
fence.
is no fence here in the first place. Where are you
Okay.
going to sit?
I want to sit back and let the conversation flow.
Tuo no mutuo.
Uh-huh.
More bullet.
More bullets into there. Then let me fire. I'm saying this that 4 years of operation, 4 years officially as an agency that is backed by the good laws of this country. I believe that this, or being a good step, is a little bit late. 2, like I said,
Which of them? The collaboration with the French embassy or the move to go see the Attorney General?
oh no, the collaboration is an excellent
Okay.
thing. But the move to see the Attorney
Yes,
General,
yes,
have
yes,
a
yes.
close dialogue
Yeah.
with them.
I
And
agree.
these people, when they say even close, there's a problem. Because the last closed door meeting that we had at the Creative Arts Agency,
It was in the news.
the next day we left, myself, DJ Black, and then all the other DJs were in a group picture. I was on Ghana Web. That one, we'll talk about it later. But I'm just saying that I believe it's a little bit too late. Unless maybe they have certain things that they would want to put in place that would enshrine the new laws or the new systems that GAMRO or the operational systems that GAMRO is about to use to operate, to make sure that this is something that is entrenched in the constitution that can't be removed. Unless that, there, Charlie. I just see it as one of those things that Charlie Yanko Trasi Yanko Numti.
But you think the time is not enough for them to do that? Because I also share in your fear, if you like, because in 2020, when the Act 1048 was passed, the Creative Arts Act was passed, I heard so many people say, okay, even though we were pushing for the act to be passed, it appears that it was passed in a rush because they had realized that, election year, let's do it before. So we did it before we left. So at the end of their tenure, they tried to pass it. So, for example, I've heard people like Beatmenes and Seven say that they believe that act wasn't thoroughly, scrutinized.
It wasn't well thought
They
through.
still believe that they could have taken some time to make sure certain things were put in there. But obviously, the industry was fighting. Hey, acting about that bang, and they thought that, Charlie, if we have a few months to end our tenure, Let's try and pass it. And it was passed. So if I should relate that to what you're saying right now, as in they trying to have the meeting with the Attorney General,
maybe to score political points.
Maybe I'm just assuming. Maybe they wouldn't have ample time to exhaust all that needs to go into the proper structuring of GAMRO's operations. Maybe it will be rushed in their bid to beat time, so that they can do everything fast before the elections. Maybe. For all you know, they could also do something better out of the engagement they will have within the short period. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
We are trying to give the agency, the Creative Arts Agency, the benefit of the doubt. And before even the DJs had their closed door meeting, there had been other closed door meetings. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Before even the artist.
No, please.
He didn't go. A whole Edem wasn't there.
There are some things I've attended, but not about the Play Ghana.
Okay, so you've not been part of the Play Ghana?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's been several stakeholders meeting with respect to Play Ghana conversation. Okay. And
the Play Ghana, I have so many questions for them because I mean, I see a lot of loopholes in the whole strategy, which they need to address.
Well, one of the things that popped up that I believe would be, because as much as we want to set up GAMRO and make it very, very strong in its operations, very effective in its operations as well, some of the things that will build on it is revenue that musicians can accrue from their products here locally, like that is in Ghana, i.e. Usage of their product on radio stations, usage for synchronization purposes, and so many things that are related to their final product.
Yeah.
I realized that there is one simple thing that can be easily done within the shortest period, because you have basically like 3 months more to wrap up the year, and then we head into a political season. Open dialogue on all media platforms to find out concerns where it go on for artists within the studio that can't even afford to come to Accra to listen to this type of conversation.
Okay.
Because me being there, fair enough, maybe I will put the information out there, say, oh, yeah, this is some of the discussion we will have there for them. But you people tell us, say, closed door information, closed door convo. But what about the artists in Sunyani? What about the artists in Tamale? If you so much believe that it's a Play Ghana GH, and you are not centralizing and you believe that this information needs to trickle down, this, I believe, is something that can be done within the shortest possible time to even start a conversation. Let's build a nationwide conversation and not centralize it in Accra.
Okay.
That, I believe, can be done.
Yeah.
But for you to talk about GAMRO's issue that has been there since say you are going to solve it within 4 months, and then you tell me that, our meeting with SASEM, the focal point is GAMRO. It makes me think that you're just trying to score political points.
I mean, the other time...
It just makes me think that you just want to score political points.
The other time at the France ambassador's residence, I mean,
Sophie.
And Sophie, GAMRO was there, a couple of SASEM too, they were there, among others. So why is it that after that meeting...
You never started this.
So we should have a proper way of addressing the problem. I mean, than just talk shop. Because when internet doesn't forget, whatever you say, it will catch up with you. So let us get the work done rather than the talk. It's important because when you get the work done, everybody will see it. But this is not the first time SASEM is coming to Ghana. So what happened when they came? At the friend where GAMRO Rexoma was there. After the meeting, we had a lot of, important segment where we realized that these people are talking about something good. Now, after that many months, many weeks down the line,
issues.
We to the extent that they got to a point that Gamro had its license, withheld.
That's the word, withheld.
And we shouldn't just throw anything out there.
See,
we should be strategic. The problem of Gamro need a lot of strategy to solve. Let us not, do a surface kind of, job. Let's solve it well so that we get to the bottom of the matter.
What if maybe they want to start now, even if they're not retained in government? Next government.
So let's get back to play it right.
Okay, sorry.
So the number of publishers that you're looking for, right? You said 20 of them will be selected and then resourced in order to handle publishing, internationally and locally as well. How are you promoting this piece of information? How are you doing it across board? How is a young person who is interested in music publishing in Kumasi going to benefit from this? How?
Okay. Publicity?
Publicity for this. How? Or what is
I think what we are doing is a part of it. The stories, the publications.
That's where I talked about stakeholder engagement.
So hold on a little bit. Okay. We at Hits FM decided to talk about
it. Yeah.
What about the other platforms?
Exactly.
Is there a conscious effort to get them to talk about this?
I get it.
Is the Creative Arts Agency
interested in pushing it?
In getting everybody to... Are they going to Sunyani to talk about this? Are they going to Volta to talk about this to get people...
It boils down to database. Because if you have the database, you can easily connect to your database. That's why I think that over the years, they should have been seen hitting the ground running than the slow start. So I want to believe that they have some level of database which is not limited to Accra but other parts of the country, because if you look at the act,
I can punch 2 holes in whatever you are saying right now. 2 holes. First one, 2 of the meetings that I have been to at the Creative Arts Agency were all Accra centered.
Yeah.
First hole.
They invite you from Kumasi?
Me. I'm based here.
But he's in Accra.
I've been here for over a year. What are you saying?
Maybe your invite was
sent to Kumasi, so I went to pick my invite from Kumasi, and
your invite was to represent.
Was based on the.
No, it was to represent those from.
That
Kumasi.
is what I'm saying. That you represent.
So did
people.
you pass the message on to?
Why people say it's a closed door meeting? How do I pass information from that? I'm just saying.
That's why I'm saying that.
In all
I
honesty,
want to believe that.
You have a valid point.
So if there is a database, especially when there was even a conversation about DJs and artists' relationship, a stakeholders conversation, I should have seen DJs from the voter.
If it's Play Ghana, it's a national issue.
It has to be a national issue. That is all that I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's beginning to feel like this is a play, something
Play Accra.
No, it's not even Play Accra. Play it right in Accra, or something. It feels like a division. You understand?
So I think they have a lot of work to do to decentralize. Their engagement so that it will go down to the wire. So at the end of the day, we will not have to come and sit here and ask about what is happening to those who are in the other parts of the region. Even if possible, after Accra, they can go to other parts of. We have some regional capital to go and engage.
Do they have funding?
No, they can even do it. They can even do it. Like you see, we have the northern zone. They can zone it.
They can do everything, but do they have funding?
They can zone.
Okay.
Maybe southern zone and a northern zone kind of.
Do they have funding?
By zoning, they can go for 3.
Because Frankie Five sent me the brief of the whole thing, and I, out of my own will, did a story because I thought this is something good for the industry. So far, I'm the only journalist who has done a story on this particular thing.
Okay, so the other thing I think
I've not been sent
hold on. I think I failed to.
You don't understand where I'm coming from. You've not done it because you've not been sent anything.
Yes. So
that's even you in Accra.
Yeah, it was sent to him.
You see,
so there should be a concerted effort to ensure that the stakeholders are engaged properly. It all boils down to stakeholder engagement.
So imagine if Frankie had sent this to about 20 journalists.
You understand? the media is an important partner. So anyway. they have. I think DJ Bedash needs to be there. He needs to be there to go and learn a lot, because if you are not engaging the media world, especially if you don't have fans and you are not engaging the media world, then I think you're going to have a big problem. So they need to relook at their stakeholder engagement plan.
Anyway, Showbiz Review right here on Hits 103.9.
But that's still here, Michael. But
that's yes. I mean, what rounds have 4 years? Have you now? I got 3 months. We'll be have you now, baby. Oh, and you're fine.
Now, say, Onyankoi.
You're fine.
Obekonso Onyankoi.
Bro. July.
See election year.
July. Oh, my brother. Anyway, Betway, this one is proud to introduce a brand new game. It's called Fly X. With Win Boost, it's simple for you to play. You bet, you blast, and boost your way to the biggest winning ever. Over 300%, oh, Charlie. So look sharp and play at www.betway.com. Bet responsibly, no under 18. Terms and conditions apply. Betway, you always get way more. And this morning, Telecel is also telling you that we are about to put the world at your fingertips, because the wait is finally over. Telecel is here, stress-free money transaction and reliable, quick communication at your doorstep. Telecel, there is no limit to connection. Telecel, connecting energies. We are connecting you to Roverman Production, because Uncle Bo White has a new play that is coming out. I don't know if you've heard about it. Kwame does you stop whispering. The boys at the back. The boys in the WhatsApp groups want to know. Have you heard about the Roverman Production? The title Takeover?
Yes.
Well, there is a total
taking over.
Yeah, there's a total panic and chaos when Apostle Gideon returns from Sergi. His daughter Mary sparks uproar on social media with explicit videos, while within his own church, 2 of his subordinates orchestrate a takeover. How will he reclaim her tarnished reputation and confront the wolves disguised as sheep within his flock? Takeover is on. In fact, the play starts from 5th, 6th, 7th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Of July 2024. Show times are Fridays, that is only one show at 7 p.m. Saturday, 2 shows, that is 4 and 8 p.m. Sunday, 3 shows, 1, 4, and 8. And the venue is the National Theatre. Rate is 200 Ghana cedis. If you want to get a ticket, you can buy via Koba short code, that is star 365 star 535 hash. I'll take it again. Star 365 star 535 hash. You can also call 059-6921-690 for more inquiries. You can also follow us on all social media platforms. And it's proudly brought to you by Gino Tomato Mix and GCB Bank Limited, communications partner, M-Notify, and logistics movers. Buy your tickets now. Now. Roverman Productions, be the difference. We're wrapping up, and final words from you.
Final words. So, according to Frankie 5, he says, I sent to many journalists. Only you decided to publish. The others decided to question it, unfortunately. Anyways, without the LI being operational, we are limited in doing all these in such magnitude you were expecting. Reason we are having the LI engagement on Friday to enable Parliament give us the green light to resource the CAA financially and human resources.
Frankie should send it to me.
Frankie, Adam says send a man on he'll publish.
Okay.
I want to wait. We need to see a lot of consistency. And I know Frankie will not let me down. I know him to be a man of energy, and I want to
he's
see
a man of few words.
Yes, I want to see that energy.
He's a mover.
I mean, he shouldn't prove me wrong. Like yesterday, Otumfo, told Dr. Mazo Pukuprempe. Frankie, I know you to be a man of action, and don't prove me wrong.
You are Frankie.
Okay, Frankie. Let me get to the phone lines and talk to our winner. Frank is our winner. Frank just won 1,000 Ghana cedis. Frank, how excited are you?
Oh, I'm so excited.
How many tickets did you play?
This is my first time of trying this on Hit FM.
This is the first time you played on Hit FM?
Yeah.
And you won 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, I've been listening to the program all day, every day, but I've not tried before. So this is my first time.
How many tickets did you play?
I guess play 2 tickets, 10 cities.
10 cities. So you use 10 cities to win 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
What do you plan to do with the money?
In fact, I have a lot of expenses to do, and I think this money was meant for me to.
Nice one. It was delivered fresh from Nature God. Frankie, thanks a lot for playing. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that's our winner for today's draw. Star 281#. Anytime you hear us talking about it, it is real. My name is DJ Slim on behalf of the team here. DJ Bredash, Nana Kwame Labi, the Broski, Yemi, Paul, Fidelis, Fly Nima Boy, and Mr. Hagler. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Telecel, Franco Trading Enterprise, Betway,